Today is the 24th of January 2026, the last day of our 10 days intensive retreat. Yesterday I spoke about how strong concentration permits the wisdom to arise, and I also talk about its characteristics, its nature. Then after I talk about the three labels of characteristics: individual characteristics, conditional characteristics, and common or universal characteristics of physicality and mentality. I did mention that as the meditators, they observe the presently arising object repeatedly, continuously. First they come to witness the individual characteristics of physicality and the mentality. As they continue progressing in meditation, the second characteristics, which is conditional characteristic, become obvious by itself. The three moments of individual characteristic, that is appearance, short continuation, and disappearance. And then as meditators continue progressing, they come to discover the third level of characteristics, that is common characteristics or the universal, in which yogis come to see the impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and selflessness of physicality and mentality. The common characteristics, impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and non-self, can only be directly experienced after the conditional characteristics have been clearly identified. And conditional characteristic can only be understood after the individual characteristic have been directly experienced. Without experiencing the individual characteristics, the three moments arising, brief continuation, and passing away cannot be experienced. Likewise, without the clear experience of these conditional phase, the universal characteristics will not become obvious. Each level of insight rests upon the clarity of the previous one, unfolding gradually through consistent mindful observation. And let me emphasize again, you don't need to do anything special to explore these characteristics. What is truly needed is simply to observe physical and mental phenomena at the moment they arise. Through consistent and mindful observation in the present moment, three characteristics, individual, conditional, and universal, will naturally reveal themselves step by step, layer by layer, and this is what we call the penetrative realization of the things as they truly are. In Pali, Yatha Bhuta Dasanam. Another way of describing this process means the process of development of insights. Meditators begin by seeing physicality as just physicality, mentality as just mentality, without confusing one for the other or mistaking for a self. They begin to discern, the meditators begin to discern mind and matter and as distinct phenomena. Meditators come to discern physicality as physicality, mentality as just mentality. Existing only these two realities, not seeing anything besides these two realities, no any other existence, no any other beings or the soul. From there they come to realize the cause and effect relationship between the physicality and mentality. For example, how certain mental intention cause bodily movements, or how sensory contact conditions or causes feelings and perception. This knowledge, this insight deepens into the realization of the appearance and the disappearance of both physicality and the mentality. It is very essential to gain these knowledges properly and systematically. Knowledge into physicality and the mentality, nama, rupa. Knowledge into the cause and effect. Knowledge into appearance and disappearance. Because when one deeply realizes that only nama and rupa truly exists, nothing more than that, no I, no he, no she, no me or no mine, this understanding eliminates the wrong view of person or being. More than that, it also removes the wrong view of an individual soul or self, revealing the impersonal nature of all phenomena. Then when one realizes the cause and effect relationship between nama and rupa, physicality, mentality and physicality, understanding that everything arises due to specific conditions and causes, when these conditions change, when these conditions change, and when the result also change, so in this way, when one discerns the knowledge into cause and effect, the wrong view of Natthika Ditti, Akiriya Ditti, Ahetu Ditti, and Visama Hetu Ditti are naturally eliminated. So this means by seeing clearly that every experience, every thought, and every event arises because of cause and condition, then one abandons the nihilistic view. Nihilistic view means nattika ditti in Pali, which denies the law of results of karma. It does not believe the law of results of the karma. Then it also eliminates the view of non-action or kriya ditti. Or kriya ditti, which believes that whatever one does, whether good or bad, has no moral significance. This view does not believe in action. Akriya ditti does not believe in results, and this beliefs does not believe. Nattika ditti does not believe in results. This akriya ditti does not believe in action. You should check my message. You should check my message. And then it also eliminates the causeless view. Causeless view means ahetuka ditti. Ahetuka ditti, which denies the both actions and their results all together. This view, this causeless view, does not believe both action and their results together. And the view of unjust or disharmonious cause, Visama Hetu Ditti, which holds that being suffers or experience happiness as the creation or the will of some external power, such as a creator or the God. When this insight deepens, faith in the law of the karma becomes stronger, and with the attainment of this, the unshakable, when they discern the knowledge, then the belief on the karma become unshakable. The meditators understand through direct experience that wholesome causes brings wholesome results, and unwholesome causes become suffering. Then when one begins to explore the arising and the passing away of all physical and mental phenomena, the wrong view of eternalism, the sassata ditti, and the wrong view of annihilationism, the uchcheda ditti, are also removed. By direct observing how every phenomena, whether mental or physical, appears for a moment and then disappears, the meditator understands that there is no permanent, unchanging self that continues forever, nor is there a complete annihilation of existence after death. Instead, there is only a continuous flow of cause and effects, arising and passing according to conditions. In this way, the development of vipassana insights gradually weakens, minimizes, and makes thinner and thinner the layer of the wrong views. And with the attainment of first path knowledge, all such wrong views together with doubt are completely uprooted. So when the path and the fruition knowledge uproots the certain defilements, that is called the samucceda pahana, elimination through uprooting. Elimination through uprooting the defilements. Samucceda pahana. After closely observing the rapid arising and the passing away of psychophysical phenomena, the meditators comes to experience the delusion of all physical and mental phenomena. Merely delusion. In this stage, meditators explore only the delusions of the mental and physical phenomena. In this way, a diligent meditator progresses through the stages of insight, knowledge step by step, layer by layer. Finally, by means of path and fruition knowledge, delusion is broken, or all defilements are eliminated, and one emerges as a noble one. So one becomes a noble one as soon as one uproots the kilesas or defilements through path and fruition attainment. And the path and fruition knowledge eliminates the defilements through uprooting, and that uprooting elimination is the third elimination, the samucceda pahana. I have already discussed about the previous two. The first is momentary elimination, the second is elimination for a long period of time, that they are still not permanent elimination. The third one is the permanent elimination of defilements. Even if one has not yet become a noble one, attending the knowledge in which the rapid arising and the passing away of psychophysical phenomena is continuously seen, brings a profound transcendental happiness. At that stage, various types of joy arise naturally, and experience them delightfully, joyfully, that never experienced before. At this stage, meditators may experience 5 kinds of raptures. Minor rapture, which manifests as goosebumps or shiver or the slight tingling sensations. Then momentary rapture, arising suddenly and briefly like a flash, coming on and off. Momentary, but coming on and off. Third, overwhelming rapture, breaking over the body like waves on the seashore. Fourth, uplifting rapture, literally or perceptually lifting or rising the body of the cushion. Then fifth, pervading rapture, flowing or spreading the joyous sensation throughout the entire body. In this way, rapture becomes quite noticeable. Not only rapture, but also deep serenity of the mind becomes very clear. A deep sense of mental and physical lightness, smoothness, flexible and workable mind, unexhausted, fresh and healthy mind. In addition, mental bliss or the happiness. This is a genuine and deep happiness, much greater and more fulfilling than any sense pleasure. When meditators begin to experience this genuine, deeper and more fulfilling happiness, their attachment to sense objects naturally weakens. When the mind tastes guaranteed reliable joy rooted in mindfulness, concentration, then unreliable, uncertain pleasures of the outside world lose their attraction. When one experiences an extraordinary happiness that arises from purity and peace, the ordinary sense pleasure no longer capture the attention. In this way, through development of mindfulness, concentration and wisdom, we can enjoy the transcendental or the extraordinary happiness which is beyond the reach of ordinary beings. So that is why all the meditators, they should keep practicing meditation until they enjoy this extraordinary happiness. Of course, this is not yet the goal. We have to move on until we attain the path and fruition knowledge. A regular and consistent practice is required in order to develop mindfulness, concentration and wisdom. Just as we take food regularly, the food nourishes our body. Similarly, meditation nourishes the mind. Leaving the center, you should still keep practicing at home regularly, and at home minimum 1 hour or the 2 hours should be maintained to practice daily. It could be 1 hour in the morning and another hour in the evening, as you wish. Minimum 2 hours if you can practice. Then if you have extra time to do walking meditation, then you may do walking meditation. If not, at least when you walk by yourself, when you walk alone at that time, you may pay attention on your steps when the condition permits. So observing the steps of the foot, of the feet. Yes, not as deep as in the meditation center, but at least if you pay attention the movement of the feet, your mind will not be distracted by the unbeneficial, unwholesome mentalities. And it is possible to practice in day-to-day activities as well. It requires the practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes man perfect. So regular practice is required. And to do so, first it is better to choose or select those activities in which nobody disturbs you. Like early in the morning, you wake up, you tidy your bed, you brush, you wash. Generally in those activities, nobody disturbs you, you do by yourself. So in those activities you may try to practice every day. When you wake up, try to be mindful, try to be mindful. If there are other actions or the activities that you do by yourself and nobody distract you, like it could be doing laundry, it could be having bath, or any action, and it could be at the last time or last moment of the day when you are about to go to bed. You may go to bed mindfully. So in this way you should select the tasks or the activities in order to practice the mindfulness in day-to-day activities. And if you do it regularly every day, then it becomes a habitual practice. Later mind will absorb spontaneously, automatically, without any intentional effort. If you practice regularly, you will see many changes in your mind. Changes in positive way, not in negative way. You will start to feel the development of the positive mental qualities. Your mind is getting stronger. Your mind is getting cool and calm, less distracted, less stress, less anxiety, less disappointment. Even the being weakening of the greed, anger, and the other defilements. You need to practice regularly. If for any reason you can't spend 1 hour or 2 hours, 30 minutes is still okay. 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, even 5 minutes are still okay. Don't underestimate the benefits of the practice. Don't think that what special it will happen by practicing just 5 minutes or the 10 minutes. Don't underestimate the practice of meditation. Just as food nourishes the body, meditation nourishes the mind, and both must be taken regularly, not occasionally. Food fuels the body, meditation fuels the mind. The body uses energy constantly, so that we eat every day. Similarly, the mind constantly thinking, reacting, worrying, and processing informations. Meditation will help to maintain the mental energy and clarity. Food prevents physical weakness. Meditation prevents the mental weakness. If we skip meal, then body becomes weak. Similarly, if we skip meditation, the mind becomes weak. Food maintains physical health, meditation maintains mental health. A regular meal strengthens the body and keeps immunity system stable. Regular meditation keeps attention, the emotional balance, calmness, peacefulness. Means inner stability. Meditation keeps the inner stability. Food supports repair tissues or the cells in our body. Then meditation helps release the negative emotions, habitual stress or the anxieties. That's why just as we eat regularly, because the body needs daily nourishment, we must meditate regularly because the mind needs the daily nourishment. May you all be able to practice meditation regularly in order to supply the nourishments for the mind and in order to enjoy the mental peace, calmness, mental joy, happiness, transcendental genuine happiness. So by through practicing meditation, may you be able to enjoy the genuine happiness, transcendental happiness, and eventually may you be able to develop the insight knowledges step by step, and eventually through path and fruition knowledge may you be able to attain the Nibbana.